eventually returning to their underground headquarters. Back safely at home, Fish showed no sadness over his captured companions. Instead, he eagerly searched for the boy, impatient to share the treasure he had found that night. After asking several friends, Fish finally found the boy in a corner cave. It seemed the box trolls weren't particularly gifted at naming, most were called by the patterns on their cardboard boxes. Thus, the boy was named Eggs. Seeing the toy bear Fish brought back, Eggs was immediately interested. Without hesitation, he twisted off its head, though he seemed more fascinated by anything that made sound. Still, he couldn't quite figure out how to play with it and had to turn to Fish for help. As the bell chimed, it was time for sleep. All the box trolls gathered in the center of the cave, tucking themselves into their boxes and stacking one upon another. Young Eggs was responsible for turning off the light, after which Fish placed him into a specially reserved space. Bathed in the gentle gazes of the box trolls, Eggs drifted into a secure and peaceful slumber. When light illuminated the dark underground, the box trolls began a new day at Eggs' call. Breakfast was still those colorful insects. Having never tasted human food, these bugs remained Eggs' favorite treat. Knowing Eggs loved music, Fish pieced together various parts to craft homemade instruments. Their musical duets were the happiest times of Eggs' childhood. Life underground was calm and uneventful. 10 years passed in the blink of an eye. The once babbling child had grown into a young man, though traces of his younger self were still visible. Today was a big day for Eggs. He was finally allowed to join his companions on a trip to the surface for the very first time. His excitement was beyond words. Under everyone's watchful eyes, he stepped into the surface world he had long wondered about. The town lay silent and still. Eggs followed his friends through dark streets and alleys. Compared to the unchanging life underground, tonight's adventure opened his eyes to an entirely new world. But before he could fully enjoy the excitement, trouble arrived. Indeed, it was Snatcher's henchmen. For years, they had tirelessly hunted the box trolls. The simple-hearted creatures were no match for humans. Even a momentary glance away could lead to an ambush and capture. As time passed, fewer and fewer boxes remained in the open. Eggs watched helplessly as his friends were taken, powerless to change anything. To Eggs, the box trolls were already family. He refused to sit idle any longer. So that night, Eggs took Fish and Shoe with him, venturing into town to gather information and find a way to locate their missing companions. However, during their search, Shoe accidentally bumped into a street lamp, making quite a noise. Winnie, the Lord's daughter, heard the commotion outside her window. Through the hazy fog, she thought she glimpsed the legendary figure of a box troll. Their child-eating reputation was deeply ingrained in people's minds. She decided to tell her father about spotting the box troll. Meanwhile, Winnie's father was gathered with the other white-hatted elite in his cheese-tasting room. While the assembly was meant to discuss town affairs, these men of authority had barely begun before clamoring to cut into